What is up, everybody? This is Mike from Square Root Comics. Thanks for tuning in today. This is not an unboxing video. I just wanted to use this opportunity to share my thoughts about the new Spider-Verse movie. I had a chance to go see it last night with my two grandsons and my stepdaughter, and we definitely had a lot of fun. For one of the positives, just having that experience with my family, like a movie night with the kids and my stepdaughter, that just was a priceless moment and just a great opportunity regardless of the movie, right? And it was actually one of my grandson's first movies too, so just the experience of popcorn and the big screen, that made it very special and fun. Regarding the movie itself, I thought the animation was actually really excellent. I had no preconceived notions. I tried not to look at any spoilers. I tried not to read any reviews. I didn't watch any trailers, or I just tried to, I knew it was coming out, but I tried not to go super deep into it. I wanted to just have no preconceived ideas about it. I did not see the first movie. I'm not on Disney Plus. I'm not really I don't read the Spider-Verse comics. I collect them, some of them for the art and whatnot, okay? But I don't really know the storyline. I get the general idea there's all different Spider-Men from all different universes, that kind of meet up and intertwine. So breaking it down a little bit, and alert that from this point forward I'm going to be going into some spoilers. Alright, so if you want to turn the video off, go ahead. So the first, I don't know, it could have been 15 minutes. It felt to me like 45 minutes. It was just dialogue. A lot of Gwen's backstory, Spider-Gwen, which I like Spider-Gwen. I'm a fan. I have a bunch of those comics. So I was looking forward to the movie. I wanted to see this character. When I look at again, I haven't read every Ghost Spider book, every Spider-Gwen book, but I've never seen her portrayed with an eyebrow ring or an eyebrow piercing. So that, to me, I was a little bit kind of put off by that, in all honesty. Just not really my cup of tea, but whatever, I swallowed it. And there was also a scene in there where they show her, I think, in her room, and she's got a poster on the wall, something about trans kids, which of all the things that you could have on a poster in your room, that's what it's going to be. Why? Why? And you can come up with your own answers, okay? Trying to keep this more political-free type of a channel. But obviously a lot of politics did filter into this movie, and basically everything produced by Hollywood, more or less. There are a few exceptions, but this was not one of them. So you had to deal with that aspect. So you get through that scene. Then there's another, 15 to 45 minutes of a Miles backstory. Okay, so now it's an hour and a half into the movie. There's very little action. There's a little bit of web slinging, right? But it's just Spider-Man 2099, he is a bigger part of this movie, and he gets involved earlier on. But it just then they kind of introduce the bad guy, the villain, who happens to be this dude, the Spot, which... he was a pretty decent villain. The guy that portrayed or did the voice acting, I thought he did a good job. I didn't really know too much about the villain, but it did seem like a difficult matchup for the heroes. They had a hard time dealing with this villain, so that was kind of cool. And then things really they really go into the Spider-Verse. Miles goes in deep, and then it kind of becomes about Miles, and it's almost I think he felt betrayed by some of the other people in the Spider-Verse. And it's just how he kind of deals with that. Spider-Punk is in there. I thought the art, how they kind of did the Spider-Punk was pretty cool. The art and the visuals was very, very good in this movie overall. in the movie itself, it was fine. Like, I would not say I hate the movie. I wanted to see even more action. I wanted to see, like, just more, like, web slinging, and, like, fighting bad guys. I wanted to see some classic Spider-Man villains. I really didn't care who. Rhino would have been great. Electro. There could have been so many. There's something with the Lizard at the very beginning, to be honest. But, like, I don't know, just wasn't like a ton of action. There's a scene with, like, Spider-Man India that did have some decent action in it, that's true. But it just felt like a lot of dialogue, okay? It's like, I think they could have had 2 to 3 to 5 times the amount of action. It just felt like a lot of dialogue, which on the one hand, some people are really going to appreciate that because it develops the characters, right? And you need to do that. I get that, okay? So that's why I'm not being like, I know I'm coming off probably super critical, but like, it wasn't a bad movie, right? But I'm pointing out the things that I noticed, the good and the bad, okay? We had a fun time. It's probably worth rewatching. I probably missed a bunch of stuff, and we were sitting very close to the front. It was hard to actually take it all in. The screen was so large, right? So I know I definitely missed some stuff because I had a hard time seeing the whole screen all at once. The movie theater that I was in, it was like middle school age kids were in there. Minors were in there, and immature. There was like a lot of immaturity. Kids running around, stamping their feet, getting out of their seats, talking. Their phones are going off. So it wasn't the greatest of atmospheres. I'm not sure you find any great atmosphere in a movie theater anymore. Who knows? But if those kids were talking that much, it just shows you they were like bored. There wasn't enough action, and I don't know who the target demographic for this movie was. If it's adults or kids. Or if they're just trying to please everybody. But I think they could have used a little more action, to be honest. Regarding the ending, again, the spoiler is there was no ending. It said to be continued. So it's like, what the frig? At that point, it's like, my grandson was hyped up. He actually wanted to see Spider-Boy because we had heard that like everyone from the Spider-Verse is in this movie. So that would include Spider-Boy, and we really didn't see Spider-Boy. I don't know if he's going to be in the next part of this because it's to be continued. So that was a little bit of a letdown for us personally. Again, there's a lot of reviews of this movie online, guys. I could go in a lot of directions. I'm trying to stay out of some stuff I don't want to get into on this channel. But I'll just say that, it's not a terrible movie. It's probably not going to be the best movie of all time. There's some cool things you'll see with the visuals. They probably did a pretty decent job developing, I think, Miles' character in particular. Gwen, I have some questions about. To be fair, I didn't know Gwen's backstory. I still don't really know her true backstory, but from what I inferred from watching this movie, if that's all I knew about her backstory, I wonder if it's even the same person I see on these comic book covers behind me. Because, at times she had like the pink hair and the blue hair and the eyebrow ring and the trans poster. It's just like, I don't get that when I look at, something like this. You know what I mean? But to each their own. And I'm not hating on any lifestyle or any choice, but I think it's fair to ask questions about things and point out things that we notice in the movies, okay? I would say check it out for yourself. If you're into comics, you're into Spidey, you want to see what this is about, you just want to go get out of the house and do something, yeah, go for it, But, it is part of the Hollywood machine. Marvel is part of Disney. Disney is part of Hollywood. So there's going to be that same messaging. It is what it is, everyone. Hasn't stopped me from collecting comics and enjoying the comics and the hobby, and hopefully it won't stop you either, all right? But it's just, these things also don't go unnoticed, right? And at times it's not exactly what we're looking for. Like I said, I would have preferred probably just a more straight-up action movie without any type of political messages, But But hey, thank you for enjoying this diatribe, this unscripted video. We'll call it a film review, my thoughts on the movie The Spider-Verse Part 2. If you're still watching, please smash that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, like the video, help our channel grow, push it into the YouTube algorithm, and have a great rest of your day, everyone. Peace.